Hello, my name is Ivan Pruitt. I wish to welcome you to DataWeb. I am a recent member to the DataWeb development community. I discovered this after searching for a rapid development environment that was web-based and had a platform strong enough to manage several projects. As you well know, many users are now needing to access their information online and don't want to be tethered to their desktop or to a server. Well, DataWeb is a very powerful platform for migrating many kinds of databases, including Access and Excel spreadsheets, quickly onto the Internet, and then developing applications around them. You will find DataWeb very familiar in many ways to how Microsoft Access manages tables, views, queries, and reports. As you become familiar with the basic tools, you will also see how much easier it is to do things through DataWeb than it was through Access. If you're not an experienced Access user, you will still find this lesson very useful. Now let's jump right into building our first database application. The first lesson will demonstrate how to migrate any Access tables to DataWeb within just a few minutes. I have opened here an Access database that has 5 tables that I've created for this demonstration. This data is part of a class schedule management system for a college. Some of you may recognize this is Access 2007 with quite a different look and feel than the previous versions of Access. However, the objects are identical and will work the same way regardless of what version of Access you're working from. It is a good idea to set up all your relationships in Access prior to importing them into DataWeb. DataWeb will then take the one-to-many and the lookup tables and construct the relationships automatically for you. This will save you some time once you start working in DataWeb. If you are working in Access 2007, it's important at this time to save a copy to a previous version of Access. DataWeb will import tables from an MDB file only. Now I have gone to the DataWeb homepage where I will log into my account. Please note a link for you to sign up for your own DataWeb account. It is free for developers. I am going to now log in to something very amazing. You will see here my home page. After we've logged in, you will see a list of your applications. I have a few here that I've already started with. You can store many different applications here. Each application will have its own security settings and set of users. We will walk through a series of wizard-like steps to create our application. DataWeb gives us some style sheets to start with, but later we can modify these sheets or replace them with our own. Please note we can create our own unique URL using the dataweb.com extension. Here I will identify my data sources. Please note we have some optional items we can put in that will be very useful for us in most applications. Now this is where we start to see the power of the Internet working for us. I can easily add other components already built for me, such as a document sharing library. Now let's import our Access database. Depending on how many tables and how large the database is, this should only take a few moments. Well, here we are. We got all the tables brought over from Access. That easy and that fast. From this home page, we see the tabs at the top, which represents all the data objects we've imported and we have created at the beginning of our setup. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like as a designer, or what we would do is edit the page. We see all of our tables neatly organized on the file directory to the left. We also see data tables from the components we selected at the beginning of the setup. Let's explore how things are organized in the DataWeb interface. Each imported object or table will have 2 objects associated with it. One is a data view, or something like a data sheet in Access, and the other one is a default or grid view. This is a view, a single view, called a detail view of a record in the courses table. In DataWeb we have 3 ways of looking at our work. Designing modes. One is the design view, where we can change the look and feel of things. The other one is in preview, which is a snapshot of how it looks to the end user. And the third one is the browser view, which gets rid of our components for design and gives us a pure web-centric view of the application. Here we see the data elements of our classrooms table. Whenever I click on any field in the tables, its properties will appear on the right. Properties are very similar here as they are in Access. To summarize what we have done here, we have a list of our objects that we imported from an Access table. We also have some extra components that are available to us to use. We've also walked through the interface, generally looking at views and how they are organized in the object library. DataWeb has really provided a wonderful environment for database developers to go to the web and start building in real time their applications. I invite you now to go to DataWeb website at dataweb.com and sign up now for your free developers account. Once you become a member of the DataWeb community, you will have access to other video training sessions like this, starting from the very basic to the advanced. We look forward to your participation in this exciting environment.